Hello, so I want to do my 11-month breastfeeding update. We are about a week late. I was just looking at the date there. 11 months was on the 11th for me. And I have a little list here of things that I want to cover for this because there have been some changes this month. So the first thing I guess I want to talk about is teeth. Because you hear a lot of people say once they get teeth, they're going to stop breastfeeding. Connor's had his bottom two teeth for a couple months. And the bottom teeth are no problem whatsoever. Because when a baby nurses, their tongue covers up their teeth. So they nurse like that. So you don't feel the bottom teeth at all. The top teeth, you feel. They don't hurt. It's kind of like you have to, like when you first start nursing and you have that tenderness and you just have to get through it and then your body kind of adapts to it. That's kind of what I went through. For like a week, I was really tender and then I just toughened up. Like not mentally, physically, I toughened up. I didn't really feel it anymore. He bit me like 3 different times. But when he bites me, I really let him know, like, because it hurts. It's not hard for me to show him that he hurt me. I'll just make sure that I verbally like say ouch or something, and then he doesn't want to hurt me. So like 2 times that I did that, he actually started crying because he really thought he hurt me, and he drew blood once, so he really did hurt me. But that being said, it took like every time he cuts teeth, that's when he bites me because he has to try them out. So he did that once with his bottom teeth and twice with his top teeth because they came in like a couple days apart and he wanted to try each one of them out. So yeah, teeth. If you can get through the teaching them not to bite you and just toughening up physically, it's not mentally, then yeah, teeth aren't really an issue at all. Another thing is we introduced a sippy cup. So he is getting water throughout the day now. He'll probably drink about 8 ounces of water total throughout the day. So that is decreasing. It's not really changing the amount of times that we nurse, but it's changing the duration of the time that we nurse. So he nurses a little bit shorter of a time. I always nurse him when he's tired, like before naps and before bed and when he wakes up in the morning and stuff like that. Those would be our longest, probably most nutritional nursings. But I also nurse him on demand throughout the day. But sometimes it depends. Like he likes to pull my shirt down and I'm trying to curb that behavior. So when he does that, I don't nurse him right away, but then I know in my head he's hungry. So once he gets into doing something else, then I'll offer it to him. But I don't want to reward him pulling my shirt off because I don't want that to happen in public. He does sign milk, and I always nurse him right away when he signs because that is how I want him to ask me or to use words when he can. But okay, so I also gave up pumping, kind of. I still pump once at work because I work like from the time I leave home until the time I get home in the morning is like probably 14 hours because I work 12-hour shift plus driving and everything. And then my son doesn't get up for like an hour or 2 after I get home, so it could be 16 hours from the time I feed him when I leave to go to work until I get to nurse him again, so I have to pump. But I pump at his bedtime, so like around 11, and then I don't pump again I don't pump again at all. I just nurse him when he wakes up in the morning. So my supply is dipping at night, which I want it to. My son doesn't wake up at night. I was pumping at 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. every day to get enough milk for his bottle for the next day. So I'm just pumping at work because I have to. It's just too long not to. But the nights that I'm home with him, I nurse him at bed, and then I don't nurse or pump until he wakes up in the morning. So he goes to bed about 10:30, and he wakes up at like 8 or 8:30. So, you know, I can go a while now without pumping. Okay. I guess the last thing is just kind of the future. I am planning on nursing him until I don't have a deadline anymore. It used to be like, oh, let's get to 3 months, let's get to 6 months, let's get to a year. And now it's kind of like, it's nutritional and it keeps him healthy. Like, he gets all the antibodies, and it keeps him from getting sick, and flu season's coming up, so I definitely want him to still get that from me. He's likes it. He still actually comfort nurses. If he gets hurt or something, he'll want to nurse. So he's not ready to give it up. I'm not ready to give it up. Because of all the benefits to him. If he wants it, why would I take it away? So anyways, I'm looking at this sheet here that the pediatrician gave me, and it's calcium needs, and then it tells me right down here the age group and the amount of calcium they need a day, because I was asking if I continue to nurse. I don't know, I'm not pumping anymore, I'm not using bottles really, so I don't know how much he's getting. So, and then up here, list all different things that have calcium and the calcium content. So once a baby turns 1 until they're 3, they only need 500 milligrams of calcium a day. So with that, if you do the math based on milk only, and this is fat-free, low-fat, or whole milk, they need about 13.5 to 14 ounces of milk a day. Which at one point my son was drinking like 40 ounces of milk a day. So this is way less, than what he was. And he gets 4 ounces of yogurt every day. And that's 225 milligrams of calcium. So he really only needs 225 milligrams of calcium for the rest of the day. And they can get that from yogurt, milk, cheese, macaroni and cheese, beans, spinach, turnip greens, broccoli, almonds, bread, white or whole wheat, tofu made with calcium, figs and sardines canned with the bones. And I just read this list here. And this is from Columbus Children's Hospital. That's what it says. So if I give him 4 ounces of yogurt a day, then he should only need 8 ounces of milk. So I'm really confident that my body's still making 8 ounces a day. So I'm not going to really supplement with cow's milk except to cook with, because I'm not really interested in pumping to like make his oatmeal in the morning and stuff like that. I'm done pumping. I've pumped and pumped and pumped and pumped. So yeah, cow's milk will be used for breakfast, and he gets 4 ounces of cow's milk now actually. In his oatmeal in the morning, and we just started that this week. So he's doing fine with that, and we'll probably start, if we ever have to give a bottle, it will be cow's milk. Sorry, I was looking at the time. I think that's all for now. If you guys have any questions, or are interested in whatever the sheet says, maybe quickly I can go through it and you can pause it if you want to read it. There you go. And he wrote over here like a sample of what would get to, actually over 500. 4 ounces of yogurt, 8 ounces of milk a day. And that's what he was saying that Connor would need from 1 to 3 years. And then all of the other foods here. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.